Hello, and welcome to Devlin's Pirate Radio Show. We're back for another episode, and we have got a great one. I think this is going to be good. This is going to be groundbreaking, I think. Okay. One can hope. But I do know I'm not alone, and I know I got a solid guest because he has been in the studio before. That's right. We have our very first returning co-host. Now, before I introduce him, if any of the other co-hosts are listening and wondering why he got, I don't want people to think there was favoritism or somebody knew somebody, he paid me off, there were sexual favors, I would have accepted all of that. But it was just timing, and I really enjoyed having him on before, and we are back to talk some more. Welcome back to the studio, Josh Obermeyer.
Hello again. Hello, it's a pleasure to be back.
I almost gave you applause, because I just feel like it was such a big build-up and then nothing.
It's the live studio audience that we have.
I know, I really need sound effects, like, when you... That was me having cheering for you. That's going to sound horrible. That's just going to be like me gasping or something. Anyhow, thank you for coming back.
Oh, thank you for having me again, letting me do a repeat.
Well, people always tell me, I'd love to come back to your show, but I never know if they're just being nice, because, if you start asking people and they're busy a lot, and then you look on Facebook and you see that they're, I was playing with twine this afternoon, that happens. You've had that happen to you, Have you ever had that happen where you invited someone somewhere and then you saw they were taking a fucking Simpsons quiz or something?
Oh, story of my life. Story of my life. It's like, do you want to go grab a drink? Oh, no, I think we're going to stay in there. Updates, and like, which Friends character are you? I'm a color orange personality trait.
Yeah, but there was a time you could actually see what time they did the quiz. And I remember, I specifically remember somebody telling me, no, I'm going to be so busy tonight, I can't do something. And then I see that they're finding out what Simpsons character they are. I couldn't believe it.
Sometimes curiosity trumps friendship.
Yeah, right. On that note, what Simpsons character do you think you would be?
Oh, me? I'd probably be, Mole Man. I'd be Mole Man. Oh, it's all molly.
Well, sorry, I put you on the spot for that one.
Oh, it's okay. I will be the man who gets hit in the crotch with football.
All right, we're on to a strong start. Anyhow, we're just going to catch up with you. How have you been doing since the last show?
I've been doing well. I've been very busy with work, etc. Started to think of a bunch of new show formats that I'm hoping to put together and get rolling in the fall.
I know a wonderful improviser that needs some work.
Really?
Who's he?
What's his name? Is it he or is it she? Who do we know?
We'll talk after, but the initials are DB.
Oh, Debbie Braxton. Very good.
Yeah, anyhow, no, that's great. That's great. So hopefully you'll be doing those. And,
yeah, I just get to enjoy my next 6 weeks and then back to school. And
yeah, and you're off to...
off to Hamilton campus at Brock.
That's cool. I thought we were losing you.
No.
I actually had you on because I thought you were leaving, to Toronto to school. So I should... This show is canceled now. He got on by false pretenses. No, I'm kidding. Of course not. I'm happy to hear I got you still. I
originally applied to York, but then got rejected by them. Only got into Brock of all the teacher schools that I applied to. And York lovely sent me a great rejection letter that indicated all the reasons why I was rejected.
Oh!
Which was...
Can we share?
Oh, it's just...
They heard this show that you did with me talking about you had a dirty mind?
No, this is back in March.
Oh, okay.
No, it was basically hitting on somebody at a party, and then having them come up with somebody else later and go, this is why I'm going to go home and sleep with them rather than you.
Oh.
So it's kind of a strange sensation. That's what I equate it to.
It didn't kill your ego in any way, did it?
No, it didn't. My ego is far from bruised.
It honestly doesn't matter where you go. You just keep going to school and just be successful. That's the best way to show them up.
Oh, yes.
You getting excited for it? Or?
Oh, so excited.
Oh, see, live, we're here. Well, it's not live when you're hearing it, but it's live when we record it. Bless you, or Gesundheit if you're not a religious person.
Wanted to get it out of the microphone rather than a nice sexy sneeze right up in your eardrums.
Yeah, no, thank you. I like when sporadic things, because sometimes I don't have things to talk about, so I can, waste it on that. So
Oh.
I did bless you, if you heard.
Oh, yes.
I always heard that the reason we bless people is because when you sneeze, that's when you're most vulnerable for a devil possession.
Oh, I must be really vulnerable because I sneezed like 10 or 15 times in a row.
You wore shorts today. You're very vulnerable. Haven't people learned to be fully dressed here? Because it's hard for me to concentrate. I am shallow. You realize you just put your legs up on my desk. There's not too many places you can do that.
Did I know?
I am not rubbing them. I am a professional. Anyhow,
it's fun to tease.
I'm glad you came back.
I'm glad
so,
you had me.
have you become more famous since...
No, if anything, I've become less famous.
Since the podcast?
Since the podcast.
You should have waited till I finished the question. I was going to ask if you became famous because you were on my show, and you totally dissed me. Why is he here? Maybe I can find somebody else in a short time. You know, I will be doing just segments.
I want to be less famous. No. No,
You're lucky you're cute.
I get that a lot.
What do you mean you want to be less famous? You're sitting there, I'm creating shows for the fall, but I want to be less famous. What, are you going to be just the guy behind the camera, or...
I'll just be that person who
Stage
creates
manager?
stuff and then, like, long after I'm dead, be like, oh, look at this. I wish there was more of it.
I have a lot of art friends, but nobody strives to be the stage manager. It's something people are good at, and you have to be really good at. I'm not dissing them. But nobody goes into the theater saying, I want to be the stage manager. Well, maybe one or two.
I actually have friends who are going to school right now to be stage managers, and they are...
So they're not listening to this show?
They might, we'll see. They're some of probably the hardest working people that I know out there. People who,
I have to backpedal now because I'm going to have hatred from all the stage managers. I'm not saying they're not important. To get a good one is incredible when you find one. I have this belief. I'm just going on a belief that when you go in the theater, everybody wants to be on the stage.
Oh, everybody wants the spotlight.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be the person pointing the spotlight.
I didn't start improv so I could do lighting.
But improvised lighting is a very good skill to have.
It is, and I learned some of it. Don't put me back up there, I'll totally have forgotten it.
So I'm going to need a tech person for the shows coming up in the fall.
I'll find you something.
Oh, Debbie Braxton's not available?
No, I'll get some tickets going and stuff like that. How's your love life? Everybody wants to know, because I had a lot of, some of my lady friends said, wow, he's really cute. And when we listened to him, he's still cute. So please tell us, are you having fun this summer at least? You know, you're following your grandmother. For anybody, that's an inside joke. You'll have to go back and watch Josh's first one if you want to know what this means, and his grandmother.
Oh, my grandmother apparently wants to move in with said gentleman, so that's an update now.
There you go.
No, my love life's been pretty tame. It's with work and stuff. It's been it's going, but it's not thriving, so to speak. So I'm very much a single man.
But you're at where are you, Baranga?
Barangas.
Okay.
Yes.
I would assume there'd be like older, like women, like waiting for you after your shift, and call me, the old, Elizabeth Hurley type sliding your business card, like, why don't you call me when you get off work?
I'm very good with the demographic of 45 to 65. That is my bread and butter. I'm very good at charming them, but at the end of the day, I'm just there to make sure they have a good meal and they enjoy their souvlaki, and I don't usually get picked up or hit on by older women. I'm very, very charming and professional.
I mean,
a little bit boring at the same time.
I do good in that demographic, too, 45 to 65. Unfortunately, it's with women, too. And that doesn't help me. No offense, Mike. I'm not looking around. I don't want you to think I'm looking around. So what, you just gave an update on your grandmother that she's thinking of moving in with a gentleman.
I think so.
So you just said live here that your grandmother's love life is more active right now than...
Yep.
Josh,
that's been the story of my last, year and a half. I have told you before, if I had 24 hours in your body, on the 25th hour you'd say, what the fuck did you do with my body? Because you would be so fucking sore. I'd walk around and just write "eat me" on my chest, and you'd be surprised how that gets a lot of women. Eat me with the cherry on top. Just walk around with an emergency bottle of whipped cream and just... It's Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, I'll leave you alone. I know you're looking for love.
No, it's not looking for love. Just looking for fun. Looking for good times, and just somebody to share jokes and stuff with. There's nothing crazy, nothing
Share
crazy.
jokes. Like, knock-knock jokes, because you need two people to do those.
A good little punchline every once in a while.
Do you like a woman who, like, just recites a nice, sexy limerick to you?
I wrote a book of filthy limericks just to be eligible, Trebek. Oh, boy.
This is new to me, because this is our catching up segment. I like this. This is just us talking.
Yeah, this is just every normal day-to-day conversation.
Yeah, except I have to pretend, pretend I'm interested. No, I didn't mean that. I meant,
Harsh!
No, I have to pretend that I don't know what's going on in your life.
Like we haven't had a 40-minute discussion before.
That's it. We talk about all this. What do you think, we do improv on this?
Pass me that script.
Oh. Have you seen Ted 2 yet?
I have not.
Oh my God.
I just watched Ted 1 a couple weeks back.
Oh, really? Ted 2 I enjoyed. I don't usually just do a random movie review, but why I'm bringing this up, fucking one of the funniest improv scenes you'll ever see. Because that Seth MacFarlane loves ragging on improv. I think he knows a lot of improv people.
Oh, yes.
But let's just say Ted decides to celebrate at one point by going to improv shows and yelling out sad asks fors. It's brilliant if you have not seen it. And I have a friend now that says, can I do that at your next show? So I won't invite him if I'm in one of your wonderful shows. No pressure. No pressure whatsoever.
Oh, we'll get a cast together. We'll talk.
I'm kidding. I don't want people to think that I have to, like, perform sexual favors. But I will. I'm up for that. I'm totally up for that.
It's hard when you're second fiddle to Debbie Braxton.
Who is Debbie Braxton? I know this name. Is this a real woman, or did you make it up?
I made it up.
I think I went to school with a girl named Debbie Braxton. That's why you've been blowing my mind here. I have to Google that and see if I know this woman.
Well, we'll see. It'll be something for...
If anybody knows if I know a Debbie Braxton, or if she's on Facebook or something, let me know.
Or if you're listening, there is an opening for shows in the fall, potentially at the Staircase Theater. Ask Devlin Bishop or myself for further information. Debbie Braxton. Debbie Braxton.
So you just want Debbie Braxton to call you?
Oh,
that's good. That's good.
That name. Let's see.
And if you're interested in telling jokes with Josh, please contact the station and I'll set you up.
The air quotation marks you just missed were indescribable and innumerable around that statement.
It's been a couple of episodes in, and I haven't figured out that sometimes when I do quotations, they don't translate. So thank you, Josh. You might be a regular, and you just say, like for the, what is that, the deaf? For the blind? For the deaf?
Descriptive video for the
I almost said, who can't listen to my podcast?
If you're Tommy out there, we'll have a Tommy-friendly version featuring pinballs.
That would be awesome.
If you're going to do air quotation marks, you have to say, if you're interested in telling jokes with Josh, please be interested to call the station and we'll set you up. That's how you do the air quotes.
Can I just do like, does that work? No.
If you're going to do, you have to do the finger pistol, which they still can't see.
Yeah, we need
descriptive video.
Yeah, descriptive
available.
Audio. Well, isn't it audio?
Well, there's a video camera over there. We could do a video podcast.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about going into that. Do you think that would work?
Well, it would alleviate the last 5 minutes of discussion.
I know, but I was thinking, like, eventually I'm going to have to think if I should go to video, because I think that's the way to go. But at the same time, I got this fear of, like, setting it all up, and then I find out that it's, like, just been pointed at the head, like the floor or something.
Or at the legs.
Or at Josh's for my personal collection.
Well, we'll just have to
you have beautiful legs, by the way.
We'll have to just get a couch or something, a nice big comfy couch, and just set up a tripod.
Because a lot of people don't think I think of the future, but this could be my thing. I could be doing this till I'm dead, because this is awesome. Like, I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, especially
How did this become my show? I got a beautiful guest here.
You can just record in your underwear. It's all good.
I usually dress when I do have a co-host.
Usually.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever done the show naked. This is from the way too much information department, but I feel a little odd. Because I know nobody knows that I'm naked, and I think most people probably just picture me in a sombrero and like a glittery top.
Naked with a sombrero?
Yeah, like a bedazzled top.
Is the sombrero on your head, or is it just down there and Of
course it's on my head.
Oh, okay.
You're a kinky bastard.
I always have to wonder.
Well, I would tell jokes with you in a heartbeat. Just sit and just knock, knock. I don't have one, so don't answer.
Knock, knock,
knock,
who's there?
Anyhow, I have a new segment coming up.
Ooh.
It's something I'm hoping will become a regular thing, and I was hoping you would be my guinea pig.
Oh, I'm always down for being a guinea pig.
You've been my guinea pig many times.
You have no idea.
I love that this boy will bend over backwards for me. Frontwards, too, if you say please. Sorry, he's losing it now. I'm horrible. People must hate when I flirt. I love it. So it's my show. I can flirt. Until Mike tells me I can't anymore. And he just doesn't. He listens to sports podcasts now. No, he still listens. He still listens.
This is next week on the Jock Itch.
On the Josh Itch Show.
Whoa!
There's your show title.
Josh Jock.
Anyhow, it's going to be called Topic Tease-O-Rama.
Ooh.
Where we are just going to... I've got a hat filled with topics, and we're going to pull them out. We're going to whip them out, and we're going to talk about them. And, yeah, we could talk about a whole bunch of topics. Or if we get stuck on one, I think this would be perfect, because we're already doing this right now.
Yeah, we're just whipping them out and talking
I think
about
we caught up with you. I think we know most. Is there anything else you want to...
No, that's pretty much my life in a nutshell.
Well, you're working out a lot, too, now.
Yep, we're trying to... The roommate and I are trying to hit the gym
yeah,
a lot
it's
more
hard
and more.
now that I'm, feeling your muscles now. You are really looking good, though.
It's slow progress, but it's making progress. The last couple of weeks, we kind of felt the train just with heat and working and stuff. It was kind of hard to get the schedules going, but we're back into it now. The summer's going to start. We're just going to start seeing what happens.
That's good. You're going to just be uncontrollable to people soon. Okay, keep flexing there, Definitely take a good long look at the new pictures that I took with Josh, because we had fun doing them, and,
yes.
He makes me look good. He is so hot. I think I look hot in those pictures, too. Except the one where I make the duck face when we were doing our douchebag poses.
Oh, that's the hottest one.
That's the hottest one. I'll frame that one for you for Christmas and send that to you.
All I want for Christmas is a duck-facing Devlin.
And Debbie Braxton. Whoever she is.
No idea.
Anyhow, we're going to be back with Topic Tease-O-Rama. Get ready. This could be history in the making, or we'll never do it again. Find out next. And we're back. I notice when we always come back, we're always giggling. It's like we get along or something.
Not just a bit.
Yeah. See, some people just think, we pretend it, and then... No, most people know we are very, very close. Anyhow, this is Topic Tease-O-Rama. I don't want to take too much time explaining it because I want to get right into it. This is something I've wanted to do for a while now, and this is our inaugural segment to do it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Inaugural. Better than first annual.
First annual. Well, I'm not doing it every year. I'm going to do this periodically, unless this sucks. If this sucks... We're never doing it again. If I actually literally get people writing in, which would be awesome.
We say, we're sorry, and also, you're welcome.
Yes. I dusted my mic off for you before you came.
Ooh.
Because I noticed there was some dust.
That's all good.
It's nothing like a dirty microphone to offer to your co-hosts. Anyhow, here's how Topic Tease-O-Rama works. We have a hat with a bunch of topics. They can range from everything from gardening to nipples. And then we talk about whatever we pull out. Some we might not be inspired by. So we'll talk. Others we might. So we could wind up talking about one topic or 8 topics. So we just go until the segment's over. Does this sound nifty to you?
Oh,
nifty?
It sounds downright dandy.
I thought we have to put a wholesome... I flirted with you way too much in the first half, so I got to add a wholesome quality now, I do have some little old ladies that listen.
Watch the first topic be the dirtiest, filthiest thing.
It probably will.
Excellent.
Do you want? I'm going to let you pick first.
I get to reach in and
yank
it. All right.
You get to yank one out.
All right.
I'm excited. What will the first topic be? I hope it's not like anal leakage or something.
Well, it looks like a long one. Confederate flag removed off the Duke boy's car, the General Lee.
Well, anybody who knows me knows this is a big one for me. We don't have to go into it too much, but I don't know what your thoughts are. this drives me crazy. I get the wanting to get rid of the flag, but my thoughts on it are, it's still a part of history, and it still should be around in certain places. Yes, it doesn't have to be in our face all the time. But a show like The Dukes of Hazzard, which is the, it's the
such an innocent show, yeah.
Right, and the fact that they're now talking about making toys without the flag, it's crazy to me. Even some people are saying they're going to paint the flag orange. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you might as well paint the whole car orange.
Yeah.
Because that flag is iconic, and
it's part of a character of a car. It's like if somebody found the Ghostbusters logo offensive and then tried to paint over the Ecto-1, like, it just becomes a white car. It loses the iconography.
And honestly, the Duke boys didn't go to Klan meetings. They helped people of all races. Like
They just happen to be based in the South, but it doesn't mean that they're radical South. So.
Right, and that's still their flag. So I guess we're a total agreement on this.
Yeah,
John Schneider, who everybody knows is like, I am in love with the man, the first man I ever, had a crush on. Knew I was gay because of him. Probably did things for the first time thinking of him. He is totally against this too, and I'm happy to hear that, because it's ridiculous. But, I'm not saying that we need to promote the flag any further, but I think if they do other movies or shows, it still needs to be there.
Well, and also it sets a dangerous precedent of altering history then. Because you feel like you reboot some things, and sure, that's when you can remove stuff. When you go back to older original material, and you kind of want to remove it or edit it out or just change it all together, but still remaining true to the universe that you're creating, it sets a dangerous precedent. It's like going back and looking at Star Trek episodes and then suddenly like removing anyone that references Nazis, or all of a sudden when you watch Indiana Jones, we can't show the swastika, everything's gone.
Right, and do you agree that, for me, I think the world is, it's like, if we get rid of it, we're forgetting about it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have to. Like, we need to remember stuff like that to fight it.
It's becoming a distracting trend where a lot of people will just forget about something or move on to something else and just get busy. And like in 2 to 3 years' time, I don't think this is going to be as big of a stink or an issue as it is now, because a lot of people will have moved on or will have forgotten about it. Because our mentality and our attention span is so small and so focused that there'll be a frenzy about this for the next probably week and a half, 2 weeks. By the time December comes around, you'll be like, General who? What?
Yeah.
And it's...
I totally agree. Shall we move on to our next topic? I'll let you pick again.
Absolutely. I'll yank again. Going deep. Oh, there's a lot in here. Oh, feeling good about this one. Ooh. Jurassic World.
Wow.
The Jurassic
we're staying away.
World.
There are no dirt. You assumed there was going to be dirty things in here. Well, you never know. Jurassic World's becoming one of the biggest movies of all time. Have you seen it?
I've seen it 3 times already.
I've seen it twice.
So
I guess we liked it.
I like it. It's good popcorn fun. Chris Pratt's very good in it.
Oh.
Underused a bit, I find. Like, they could have ramped it up. The only
He's beautiful in that movie, I just want to say. Beautiful. Sometimes I didn't even notice there was dinosaurs. I had to go see it a second time. Because I think he's Commando in a lot of those shots.
We've had this discussion before.
Yes,
where
but not on air.
Not on air, but now it is, yes. And
yes.
There's a couple scenes in particular that you mentioned where it's like, huh.
Yeah.
There's the Pratt and Chris Pratt. No, the one thing I found that was, and a lot of critics have similar things, is the main character, Claire.
No spoilers, though, remember.
No spoilers, okay. No, just the main character, Claire, was just written very wooden, would be probably the best way.
I think that was her character, though. They tried to make her all business and...
But it's just, it like, everything else is great in the movie, like...
I love the scene where she's running with the high heels.
Oh, yes.
Claire.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers, sorry.
Yes.
I won't tell you why she's running with high heels.
It's not a spoiler, but she does wear a pair of, like, 4-inch heels through the entire movie.
And
the director makes a very special point to show that she still has the shoes on.
And they look pretty good. Even though she's walking in the mud.
Yeah,
you
go through a jungle on an island adventure and you're wearing white shoes and they still look brand new, like they're on the shelf from Aldo or something.
It is a perfect summer popcorn
It is
movie.
a popcorn blockbuster film.
And it is closer to the original than the other two sequels were.
Yes. Because I rewatched the first Jurassic Park and then saw Jurassic World again. And there's so much great little homages to the first one, both shots and even just props. Like
yeah, there is. It's actually almost fun to watch that.
It is. It's very cool, and it's just.
And do you know what the most realistic scene in Jurassic World is?
Oh, tell me.
Okay, a little bit of a spoiler here, but when the pterodactyls come in and harass everybody, and that one guy saves his 2 drinks.
Yes.
In fact, there was people at Comic-Con that were dressed with little pterodactyls on their hats and 2
margaritas.
Yes, that I laughed my ass off the first time I saw it. I said that's the most realistic thing in this movie because there are a lot of people that would have saved.
Oh yes, it was. Am I going to die? No, margaritas.
Now, are you happy it's becoming one of the biggest movies of all time?
I am.
Because nobody saw that coming.
No, I know a lot of people panned it when they saw the photos of like Chris Pratt on a motorcycle with raptors, and it's like, oh, Raptor buddy cop movie.
When he trains those raptors, he could train me. We should act out some scenes a little later. I'll be your Blue. You can be Chris Pratt.
This is for you, Blue.
Okay, pick another one. If you don't get a dirty one. No, I'm just kidding. We don't need to talk dirty.
We don't need to talk dirty.
No.
We have a whole segment about talking dirty.
Yeah, we do, actually. Because that's what we do.
Breastfeeding in public.
That's not really dirty.
Oh, but it's
You were excited when you saw the word breast. Though.
Oh, it's more feeding.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this? I can let you go first, because I'm usually starting.
I'm cool with it. It's like, it doesn't offend me.
You mean like a women breastfeeding, not you breastfeeding in public.
If I could breastfeed, more Lord knows I would never go thirsty. No, it's fine. Like,
do you think they should cover up a little bit, or?
Well, like maybe like a little scream, but nothing crazy. Yeah. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Well, they have a lot of those clothes now that they have like the pocket that just
and the
opens
flaps
up,
kind of go,
and it's just like kind of like when the cannons used to come out of the battleship on the side of the fully ready to be used. Yeah.
I now want to create like a tank top shirt that's just the side of a battleship with flips now that work for that. The pirate breastfeeding top.
I'll be honest. I usually don't see it because I'm just so reserved around myself. But when I have seen it, it has shocked me a little, and then it goes away really fast. Because first you don't expect to see it.
It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, to be honest with you, women fought for the right. Well, I don't know if they fought for the right to go topless. And did you notice the first thing they did was all wear like extra sweaters and stuff? I've only seen like one woman walking down the street with her breasts revealed on King Street here in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Like hello.
I know there's some states and municipalities that like it's completely illegal to be shirtless, both men and women alike. It
is here in Ontario. Yeah. So I say let's see some more of that.
Let the boobies fly.
Yeah. Though I've seen a couple men who've let the boobies fly, and it's like, sir, could you put on a shirt? But you can't really have somebody like go around. Yeah, you can. Imagine that. That would be horrible.
I am the Hamilton Breast Police Division.
Honestly, breastfeeding it's a natural thing, and as long as you're not, I just don't think if you're making a production of it, like if you're at McDonald's and you stand up on the table and show everybody, maybe.
This is my breast. This is my baby.
Yeah.
Suckle, suckle, suckle.
On that note, why don't we move along?
Yeah, but if it was public masturbation, that'd be a totally different topic.
Public masturbation. I hope you put that one in. That'd be a good one.
Dad bods.
Dad bods. Are you familiar with this trend? Yeah.
Yes.
This is the big thing.
I love that it was described that it's a man who shows that he's willing to go to the gym a couple times, but he's not afraid to eat a pound of wings and drink a pitcher of beer.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like the perfect mix of flab and ab.
Yeah, for those of you who are not familiar with this fad, it's basically, it's kind of a mix of you're sort of in shape, but you got a little bit maybe of a beer belly now, or, like a Seth Rogen thing going on even is pretty popular. Hair is okay, it's all good. And I didn't even know about this. It was actually Mike who said, "Oh, what do you think of this dad bod thing?" Now, I can be attracted to all shapes and sizes. I know people think it's shallow and stuff, but no, it's not true. You know, I think this is a great movement and stuff like that.
I remember it was described best by a friend of mine who said this, like, dated a guy who's got a dad bod. You know you're in for the next 20 or 30 years, because like chances are it's not going to change that much. So if it looked that way now, then they're probably going to look that way if you get married to them in like 10, 20, 30 years. Like what you see is what you're going to get. Yeah. Compared to people who are super fit or super overweight, whereas they're likely to fluctuate and change. People with the dad bods are pretty well on a steady train of development for decades.
Yeah, and I think that it's true, like, because you got a better chance of maintaining that, you know, and stuff like that. Because I always think it's, you know, I don't think it's, like, I don't want to sound horrible, but it's suspicious when, like, a married couple, and suddenly the husband decides, I'm going to start working out more often, or the wife decides, I'm going to start working out. That's probably fitness for themselves, but to me it's trying to say, you know, I might be able to upgrade. Things haven't been the greatest in the bedrooms. I know, I think that stuff. It's horrible. Now I probably got some, you know, people out there that are thinking, wait, my partner just started going to the gym.
Yeah. Oh, you know? My husband just gained 10 pounds of muscle and he's lost a little bit of beer belly. He's on getting calls from somebody named Cheryl, who says it's his secretary.
Yes, yes. One of the coolest guys, I still think, not only because he's gorgeous, but he's just a great guy, is Channing Tatum. And he's a guy who said that he gets in trouble because between filming, he doesn't work out, and he doesn't care if he gets fat. He said it, I don't care, because I like to eat cheeseburgers, and I'm going to continue, unless I'm doing a movie and I have to, so when he does the Magic Mics, or the, you know, he stays fit, but he's told people, don't be surprised if I get bigger when I get older, because that's just the way I want to be.
It's just life.
And that's what it's all about, being comfortable in your skin, whether that's being muscular like you, or being, I'm way past dad bod. I'm more like granddad bod. But I need love too. Let's go on to our next topic.
Hey, my grandma's all about the granddad bod.
Yeah, we know she pulls. As in, she pulls in guys, not she pulls.
Cartoon characters I would fuck.
Oh, that's just... Who put that in there? Oh, that's my handwriting. Oh, come on, there must be one or two.
Oh, Jessica Rabbit.
That's
the classic from the 1980s, that red dress.
She's gorgeous, yeah, she is.
If you don't, like, everybody appreciates the animation on that. It's all good.
You appreciate the animation. Nobody ever said Roger Rabbit to this question, though. Ooh, Eddie! You know, no, that's a great one. For me, there's a lot. But I always thought Gaston from Beauty and the Beast is like, when I think there's a scene he rips his shirt and he's got the big hairy chest. Yeah, he's a dick, but I think I want him more because of that. But, yeah, he's pretty hot.
But not the Beast?
Yeah. I also like the two guys in Frozen, too. Not the snowman. I don't want to fuck the snowman.
Oh, you don't want to live with Olaf?
No, I don't want Olaf. The other two, Kristoff and,
Hans? What?
Could be.
I never saw Frozen. I'm a terrible human being.
Well, you better hope it doesn't come up in one of the topics.
Frozen. I know nothing of this.
All right. I'm sure there's many others.
Oh, there's many, many more. Well, that's the first one that comes to mind. Is the classic Jessica Rabbit.
Yep, that's a good one. Why don't you pick another one? We got time for one more, I think.
One more. Oh.
Unless it's a really horrible topic, like, you know, like
great.
Mouth herpes or something.
Outdoor sex! Outdoor sex is the next topic.
I noticed the serious ones you just introduced, like, Confederate flag taken off the General Lee. Outdoor sex! I like that you're offering it like
an auctioneer.
I feel like I'm at the baseball game. I'll take some outdoor sex here, young lad.
Go, hot dog. Get your hot dog here.
Okay, they plump when you cook them.
Woo! Ballpark we know.
All right, what's your thoughts on outdoor sex? Do you enjoy it? Have you done it?
I'm all for it.
Are you?
I've dabbled. It's all good.
Have you dabbled?
The downside is mosquito bites if it's the summer. You'll get them everywhere and anywhere.
You know,
I would not advise beach as an alternative. I would not advise that. Sand is a horrible thing. I have not, but I've been on enough beaches and been enough beach concerts that sand does get everywhere. And
but there's that famous scene from that old movie From Here to Eternity where they're just making out like bandits on the thing, and then the water comes.
They're in the tide, like they're up there. Yeah. They're not on like the pure beach. They're on more the water side.
You're not doing it where the families are picnicking.
There's dry parts in that cove. What are you talking about?
Hell, you got two blankets with families, and you're just there banging some slut away. Holy shit! What the hell am I? See,
Who are you?
I don't know, but I've never had...
Oh, Debbie Braxton.
I don't want to kill the fantasy for all you people who love me, but I don't think I've ever had outdoor sex. One, because I love so... He just did the... Like it's a bad thing. It's like I've never robbed a bank. No, because one, have you seen how many mosquito bites I get just from just like going out, like you said? Not to mention I burn. I know you're supposed to do it at night, but I burn. Okay, so and it's to put it on my arms and legs is a pain in the ass. The fact that I'd have to do a full rub down, like by the time I was finished, I probably already came. I turned myself on that much.
I was going to say, you're applying sunscreen either in the incredibly right way or the incredibly wrong way. By the time you're done, you're done.
No, I'm just trying to think. I don't believe I've had it. But it's not too late for me, I guess. Come on, let's go. Let me show you my backyard, Josh. Woo! Isn't that the best offer you had all morning?
I've had some pretty good offers.
Oh, I don't even rank in your offers. Oh, yeah, I'm not feeding you any more watermelon. So we're okay with outdoor sex, we said, but just play safe.
Yeah, play safe. Or be responsible.
Yeah, I'm not just saying condom.
No, don't do it like on the edge of a cliff or something there. Do it on a stable ground, something that's not going to shift or anything. Don't want anybody falling to their death mid-thrust.
And if you're at a trailer park, you could probably find a picnic table to get banged on.
Campgrounds are all good. Stay away from fire. Stay away from fire. That's fire, cliffs, and poison ivy. Poison ivy is probably worse than sand.
Well, you have a lot of them. You've been a lot. Well, you just got your apartment, so beforehand you probably had to like.
I just know a lot of people who are really into the outdoors.
Do you know that song, Bob Seger's Night Moves?
Yes, I love that song.
Yeah, it's an awesome song. One thing I love about that song, though, is when I was young, I didn't know what that song was about. But they talk about, like, screwing in the trusty woods and all the different places.
Roads at the trusty
woods. When I was a young kid, I'm just singing along, not knowing what was happening. Then I realized, they're fucking! I was literally listening to the song going, they're fucking! This song's about fucking! And points up high. It's her titties. And, yeah. Night Moves. It's about fucking.
If it's not about dead teenagers, it's about screwing teenagers. That's the pop music of the 1950s.
So, how do you think our first round of Tease-O-Rama go? Did we cover a lot of good stuff?
We started out very PG and ended up very X-rated.
I know.
Exactly what I was hoping for. It was good.
And if I've made one person YouTube or Google Night Moves, just so they can say, it's about fucking!
I think we need to outro to a little bit of Night Moves, personally, for musical choices.
I will keep it in mind. Anyhow, we've got another segment coming up where we are going to talk about... Yeah, we are going to talk about something that's some people consider risque, other people think it's just a walk in the park.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's one of Josh's walks in the park, because he's probably done it there. Anyhow, we'll be back after this.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Put your game on. Go play.
And we're back. And I am here with my co-host, Josh. So how do you think Topic Tease-O-Rama went?
I thought it was a lot of fun.
It was.
I would definitely do it again. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Great for parties, too, if you're ever bored and looking for something to do with your friends.
Are you watching your voice on the monitor?
I am. I'm trying
to
to figure out how to make a waveform, or to try to make the perfect penis in the waveforms.
Basically, what we're doing is when we record, we can see how loud our voice is. And mine is always bigger. And I'm actually setting a couple of...
Got to compensate there. It's Devlin Bishop always has to be bigger.
Yes. Well, and it's embarrassing. I'm a loudmouth. Look, you were like literally closer, and look at me. My waves are bigger. Okay, why are we talking about this? This is not interesting for the...
Back to the topic at hand.
All right, well, we do have another topic for this segment. I wanted to talk about this because I actually went to a game night with this, and you were there.
Yes, it was a fun thing.
You were very drunk.
I was, yeah.
No, you were fun drunk, though. Sorry, I shouldn't call that out.
Oh, it was all good. It was a couple ciders, a couple beers.
No, he was really fun. I've never seen you once in a blue moon, but you're a fun drunk. You are a fun, floozy kind of a drunk. You're like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We thought you were dirty without liquor, but wow.
It is a performance enhancer. Let's say that one.
Okay. The game night we went to was, we got recently invited to an evening of Cards Against Humanity.
Yes.
Now, this is a popular game that's been around for a year, 2, 3...
Oh, it's been around for probably about 5 years.
Okay,
it's
5 years.
It's a long time around, yeah.
Yeah, and I've heard about it, but I've never really known much about it. Now, I played it a little while ago, just a rough version. This is my first time that I actually played it, and I thought it would be a good thing to review because it's still popular.
Yeah, it's still very much in the public eye.
Do you want to give a description of it? What's the best way to describe it? It's a real easy game to play, but it is a little controversial to people who do not have dirty minds.
It's basically a fill-in-the-blank game with horrible answers.
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest, most PC way to describe the game as.
Like they'd have a description of like...
Yeah. Or they'll ask a question and be like, the reason I got kicked out of camp was blank.
Right, and
or
it could be like...
mark, and then you'll insert your dirty, horrible answer and read it out. Like, mutilated corpses! Or
incest, just everything.
Yeah, anything that's violent, sexual, offensive.
And the game has its fans, and it's got its non-supporters as well. And I wanted to talk about it because I personally had no problems with this game.
No.
I was actually intrigued by it. Whenever I'd hear about it, I really would like to play this, but I didn't know anybody who did play it.
Mm.
And then, so when I got invited to this party, I made sure I cleared my schedule because I wanted to play it in a group.
Yeah. And
I had a damn fine time.
It was a lot of fun. It's really the people you play it with and the frequency that you play it with. I find that makes or breaks the game.
Yeah.
If you play with the same people on a frequent basis, it starts to get stale very quickly.
Yeah.
But if you play with different groups of people once in a blue moon, it's a lot of fun. I've played it usually with a couple of casts of shows that I've done, high school friends and some friends in university. So I've played with many different groups.
Yeah.
I find that the closer you are to the people, the better the game is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you got to be able to.
Yeah, you're less reserved,
laugh.
I find. Yeah. But you can also kind of play to the people who are reading the question, so you can try to...
To me, this game is something you would bring out once in a while.
Yeah.
Like, even if you played with the same people, you don't do it all the time.
No.
But any game would get stale. But honestly, it would lose something if you were playing it every weekend.
Yeah, it's a game that I would break out personally like once, maybe at most twice a year, give or take. But usually probably better once every 1 or 2 years, just kind of bring it out and just renew the experience. I know a lot of people who are critics of it, especially in the theater community or who are creative types of writers, don't like Cards Against Humanity because they find it very lazy in terms of the combinations, where it's just like, oh, I'll burn a card or I'll throw this out, and then it becomes very formulaic, which is why if you play a game like this in repetition, it does start to get stale a little bit. I know there was another podcast stream that I listened to regularly, and they started doing Cards Against Humanity on a weekly basis, and by the time the third or fourth episode came around, I wasn't really inclined to watch it that often.
That's why I didn't even want to give an example or anything, because it was... I did enjoy the game, but I can see how it would get stale, because it's... it's fun, using vulgar or going to dark sides, but if you're doing it all the time, you're really you're really turning it... It's kind of like when you start, like if you swear a lot. People get used to it, and it doesn't have the same effect. I'm very strong, like when I do comedy, I try not to do a lot of swearing. Because I believe in a couple of well-placed fucks are better than just...
Yeah, especially outdoors.
Stop that!
No, I'm very much the same way. When I try to perform stuff, I try to keep my material as entertaining and as poignant rather than offensive.
This game also you should not be cranking out if you know you have friends that are offended by everyone.
Yeah.
Which, to me, I'm surprised they're actually my friends. I would put them in the acquaintance.
Yeah, the people who are overly sensitive.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you want to go get a burger? How dare you eat meat?
Because I think, you get, 7 cards, and then you get your topic, and then you have to play ones that fit with it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm playing a card, that's, fisting or something, that doesn't mean I'm supporting it.
Yeah,
like, I am shocked sometimes. No, I'm like... that didn't come up in topic Tease-O-Rama. I'm not talking about it. But anyhow, it doesn't mean that I support, racism or something. It just means that I can have a sense of humor about it. And I personally am tired of politically correctness. I think there's a time and place for it, but I think we're homogenizing the world a little too much, and I think that it's ridiculous that this game is getting so much flack.
Yeah, it's basically, to bookend our discussion, where we're talking about consequences of forgetting stuff, where a lot of people don't want to constantly be reminded of these facts, and encouraging humanity is always brought up, so they just kind of want to go away and to just disappear. But the more you know something offends people, especially people who aren't directly being hurt by it, they're just offended by it or somehow sensitive to it, the more likely people are now to engage that activity just for the concept of trolling, or just to get a rise out of those people and just see how far we can push them before they get really passionate or angry or give up on their little social crusade or their social justice for a particular item. And at the end of the day, it's just a game. Like, if you suddenly change all the properties of Monopoly to something horrible, Monopoly would get all the flack. It's like, oh, I don't want to buy, like, the strip club on Baltic Avenue for $2,000 and build a hotel there. I don't want that.
What Monopoly are you playing?
I'm playing the fun guy. Yeah. No, but it's
I know
what
you're saying,
It's a game. Like, there are much more, even, like, violent video games that are more
bigger topics.
There. Like, there's so much bigger fish to fry than a game that is, at the end of the day, entirely voluntary. Nobody's being like, to be a Canadian citizen, you have to play at least 2 games of Cards Against Humanity, otherwise you're going to be put down to a second-class Canadian citizen, or stripped of your citizenship, or, like, kicked out of the country. No, it's something that you entirely engage in and partake in. Same thing with anybody who engages in, like, in liquor or drugs and stuff like that. Most times it's voluntary. It's not... It's bad or condemned, but it's...
Well, I'd hope to think nobody's being forced to gunpoint to play Cards Against Humanity. Like, you're playing this, damn it! You're going to put that Jigaboo card down! Sorry, did I say that?
Yes. But it's a board game. It's not...
Sorry, I'm losing it. I can't believe I said that.
No, it's okay. If you're offended out there,
not people sorry. Should know by now. Especially when they see our pictures together on an episode. Now, I do think people get offended. I think some people jump on the offended bandwagon, too.
Yeah, it's the thing is that, people are getting angry about this, I'm going to get angry about this, too. Why? Just so that I'm not the one who's getting yelled at or sternly talked to at the water cooler. Yeah, because I know sometimes, and I've talked about people to this, and I try to understand it, but sometimes... somebody will use the word fag. I won't be very offended by it, but I look around and all the people around me are like, and I'm like, well, if I'm not that offended by it, it's just a word, and I know that, I'd rather, nobody wants to hear that word or anything, but, I'd rather that than, somebody hitting me over the head with a lead pipe for being who I am and stuff. But people just get so, like, they almost make it about them. Like, I hate that word. I never want that word again. And somebody tried to explain to me, like, well, we shouldn't be accepting of that word in society. And I go, yes, I know, but shit happens. Yeah.
And to me, it's just like, performances on Tuesday and Thursday. Like, it's got to be such a big build-up. I hate Cards Against Humanity. It's horrible. Now, some things that I do like about this game was actually, you could actually download it on your own. Now, that was free download, too, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have the digital versions where you can go through.
Right, and then you can now order it online. You get the actual box. You can't buy it in stores yet, can you?
I think you can buy it in stores. Some places around here, like small game shops, carry it. They carry the base versions. I know you can buy versions that have both blank cards you can write your own stuff in.
Which, they're creativity right there.
Yeah, add their own horrible natures.
But I think it's awesome that this game originally you could actually download yourself. Now, I don't know if I'd go to the trouble of, like, that's a lot of paper, but the fact that they give you an option for something for free, to me, is a big thing, because greed is such a big thing. Going back to Monopoly, that's what that teaches. You know, everybody hoards their money, and, you know, Mom, you can't stay at my hotels, you know. I always thought, you know, I love Monopoly, but isn't it funny that we teach, you know, like, you can be a prick as long as you're, like,
as long
own
as
all
you're
the money?
rich, you're all good. As long as you can buy off people, you can do whatever you want.
Here's a game that says, okay, it's dirty, but here, go ahead, download it. I could be wrong, but I could swear the downloads were free.
I think
and if not, they were reduced.
Yeah, I think that the downloads were a brief promotion. I think you have to pay for it now.
When we were going through Target liquidation, I believe somebody downloaded it up to a couple months ago, and I don't think they paid to have it played in our lunchroom totally inappropriately.
I haven't really paid attention to it, so I can't really give it.
Well, I did some research. I actually do homework for this show. I also found out that some of their extension packs that they've done for Christmas and stuff, all the money has gone to charities. So, again, more positive things. I think people need to look into this stuff. And it's a simple. If you're offended by it, don't play it.
Don't play it. Don't do it.
Right. But don't stop other people from playing it. Like, there's lots of games I would love to put an end to, but I don't because I know people enjoy it. It's not my place to say, you know, you shouldn't play that.
Yeah,
That's
like Kerplunk. Kerplunk's a bastard.
You put down Kerplunk. I enjoy a nice Kerplunk now and again.
Of marbles, okay? They are wrongfully abused and sticked upon.
What about Hungry Hippos? Don't they use marbles?
Oh, those gluttonous little bastards. Taking all the pellets
See,
of food.
all games are bad.
All games you can get offended over there. It's just the absurdity of it. You know, I don't like checkers.
It is.
Who needs to jump checkers and become a king?
I think I'd like to own a copy of it, but I wouldn't just bring it out all the time. Because,
no, it's very, like...
But, you know, to me, it is sort of an icebreaker. Because you do wind up talking about some topics that you wouldn't normally. It's like your own topic, Tease-O-Rama. You could basically take those answer cards. What's this? You know?
Yeah.
You know, because honestly, there are a couple words in it, and I wish I could remember them. But I laugh and joke, but I'm like coming home after and looking in the search engine.
What is that?
Because I'm like, what is that? And hoping, like, you know.
Yeah.
Because I'm very naive, you know. It took me a long time to find out what, like, queefs were and stuff. Yes, I said queef.
The old queefing.
Yes. I thought it was a short term for Queen Latifah. You know how J-Lo...
Starring queef.
You know, so if Queen Latifah's in something, you say, also starring queef. Oh my god. Alright, this might be my last episode. I think iTunes might kick us off now. So you're going to think of that every time you see Queen Latifah now. Why am I thinking of queef?
Queen Latifah, Prince of today's album, queef.
Anyhow, yeah, it comes right down to that. Just, if it's not your game, stay away from it. I have no problem with it. And I like seeing people playing it. I don't mind actually seeing... Because I think everybody tries to play it. They want to try it before they're offended.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think some people are shocked by it.
Well, you want to see what the hoopla is about.
It is. Apparently, I'm way off the bandwagon if it's been around for like 5 years. So, but it's still pretty big, so that's why I wanted to talk about it. And I went to my first party. Like, literally, I can't remember the last time a game had a party. Maybe like Trivial Pursuit in the 80s or whatever that came out. Yeah, hey, I got Trivial Pursuit. Let's have a night. You know, I've been to board game nights, but you usually play whatever when you get. Yeah. But I've never just been to a one, you know. And
that game lasted like 2 hours. It was a long game.
Yeah, and there was like...
There was, I think, 10 of us? So I was playing?
No, there was most... it was 10.
About 10.
I just wanted to correct you. So, Josh, I'm having a Kerplunk night coming up. Would you like to come and play with my marbles? Be rough with my marbles?
I'll be there with a protest sign and all. Don't pull out! Don't pull out! Get the sticks in.
Please, if you haven't played Kerplunk, give it a try. It's still out there.
It is a great game. Family friendly. Good fun for all ages.
And a great alternative. You are one of the offended people. And I'm not saying, I am not putting you down in any way if you were offended by Cards Against Humanity. Absolutely not. I respect you for your judgment. go play Kerplunk. It won't offend. Or a good old-fashioned Monopoly. Learn about that greed and stuff.
Or if you're really looking for a good vanilla game, chess is always an option.
Chess. I haven't
Or
played
like
chess
Austin
in...
Powers can do the erotic chess, and you just stroke the pieces.
Yes. I haven't played chess in age. Chest.
Well, we know where that mine's at.
I used to call it chest when I was younger.
I'm gonna go play chess with my friend.
Would you like to play chess? What does that sound like?
Chess, mate.
Okay, chess. Okay, chess. I haven't played that in a long time. I used to play it in high school. A friend of mine taught me, and I really enjoyed it. But then I didn't. My family didn't play that kind of stuff. We played, what's that one with the triangles? The what is that?
Parcheesi?
No, it's got the things, and you've got cards. No, you don't have cards. Backgammon. It's got like triangles on the board. And I never got into that. So my family did that, and I was like, does anybody want to play chess? Screw you, we're playing backgammon. That's what they said.
Oh, boy.
Anyhow, but you know what? My family, if they knew about Cards Against Humanity back then, they'd totally be for it, because they were a dirty bunch, and they wouldn't be afraid to play any kind of card like that. Anyhow, our time has run out. I'm saddened. I don't get much time with you on the air, at least.
No, but we make the time count. We gotta do a lot.
I laughed a lot.
Gotta talk about movies, gotta talk about breastfeeding, Cards Against Humanity,
outdoor sex! Everybody go out and have some outdoor sex in the name of me. If I can't have it, you do it for me. No, you don't have to, in tribute or anything like that when you come. Just think of me. Yeah, think of me a little bit. You don't have to think of me at the end, maybe closer to the beginning. But do it in tribute to me. And that includes you, Josh. You get out there.
I'm getting a little warm.
All right, and on that note, thank you for being here again.
Thank you for having me.
You will be back again, because you're a lot of fun.
I'll probably be back.
You'll probably be back.
I'll be back.
What's this? I've been dissed by you.
Back.
I have room for another person, because I think you've spent your unfriendly limits on me. Anyhow, I'm just kidding. I had a great time. I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Say goodbye.
Take care. Have a good one. Don't let too many mosquito bites hit you when you enjoy that outdoor sex.
In the name of me.
In the name of Devlin.